Did you have just, are there any pieces of unfinished business that you feel that you have? Or
Oh, yeah. One I'm working on is the auto no fault, ANF. I feel strongly that that protects millions of people in this state. I don't get a dime, by the way. I'm under a workers' comp fund, so I'm not trying to protect my revenue. And I think the auto no fault is being deliberately misconstrued and trying to make it out to be something it's not. And I intend to wrap that one up this year. I still got the energy to do it. That's one for sure. You're going to get a scoop here, my dear. So there's some people listening.
About 10 other people, but okay, thank you.
I am so outraged by what was passed in the New York legislature about abortion that they moved it to the mother's due date, which means the baby easily can and will be born out of the womb. And then she'll set that baby on a gurney, all wrapped up in nice warm towels, and she and her unethical doctor will sit there and decide, shall this baby live or shall it die? And then if they choose to kill it, it's no longer an abortion, it's infanticide. And I hope to expose that, because I think this just made me cringe when I thought my country has come to this level of succumbing to the far, far, far left. The first one of those that happens, we'll see if the attorney generals in those states or the prosecuting attorneys in those states have what it takes to do their job.
Now that we've shifted to the left with leadership in Lansing, you worried about the same thing here?
Not in Lansing. I think Midwest is a pretty tough sell. Illinois, I guess, has got a... Illinois is right where we are, of course, geographically, but they got a tougher piece of legislation going through the mill now. And so I'm real happy. It's pretty left-wing, as you know, with its tax proposals and so forth. So Illinois could next be the battleground for this. It's a tough fight, Joe.
What advice would you give Donald Trump?
Oh, I think stay the course. He started out, he hit some rocky roads and some really, for a newbie, he's gone through some very, very tough times, and he's wearing them down. They're dropping like flies. So I think stick to the game plan. Nobody expects him to talk his way out, because he's not the most eloquent spokesman, although you might have picked up a few from in there. But I like him. I think he's doing an incredible job. You can say that now that you're not running again. But I do think he's doing a good work, and I think he'll weather the storms. I do.
Two questions. First, what's the secret to keeping your sense of humor as difficult as the things you've been through and are now?
I guess I got no alternative. If you had that as part of your DNA going in, you likely should have it in your DNA coming out. And I see a lot of, I could have cried all day in that room, but I decided that, I wanted to be the guy you knew for all these years. If I have a good line, I'm going to deliver it.
Pancreatic cancer is one, and this I know because my dad passed as a result of it, and it's not researched especially well. What would you say to the people who think about pancreatic cancer and research?
Well, I think I don't have all my statistics. This is a fairly new diagnosis, but I think more women die of breast cancer than the male and female die of pancreatic cancer. So I think they should focus right now on that level of trauma that kills more people. If it's breast cancer, then that's where the money should go. They'll eventually get around to me. Maybe I'll be here, maybe I won't, but maybe I'll have an opportunity to move it.
Brooks, did this come out of the blue, or had you not been feeling well? Or?
Never saw it coming. And then I had pancreatitis, which I'm still certain, man, it hurts in the stomach. You bend over, and I was going to my grandson's play, and that missed one. And I'm getting closer and closer. I'm bending over, and I finally said to my driver, I can't sit up. I don't want to make a scene, you know. So he takes me home, and I called my daughter, and I said, I feel bad I can't make Brooksy's flight. Don't worry, Dad, there'll be more and so forth. And that was pancreatitis. And wow, that is a real sore. And I'm back, I feel it right here. And the doctor today said to me, how's that feel? Oh, wow, it hurts. So he checked for the rebound pain. So I said, well, okay, come on in. They looked at it, and that's what it is, pancreatitis. And so the other doctor said, well, that always rings a bell. Let's look a little further. And they looked a little further and found it was not just pancreatitis, but it was cancer of the pancreas. So we had a good question about who gets the money for the research. Now that I'm making amends and want to get all the way to heaven, I think the one who needs it the most. I'm not going to try to climb onto it.
How do you want to be remembered?
How is Burt Reynolds remembered? How is? No, of all the things I've done, I think I've done well. The good father, and that's corny, but it's true. My kids, grandkids especially, just love. You know, they used to call me Papa, and I said to them, I had one grandson. You know what Papa means? You know? You see that man over there? He's so-and-so Papa. Others, you know, but they didn't, because Kathy has been re-engaged to Bruce, and so they call him Bruce, they call me Papa. There's a little bit of, you know, mismatch there. So I finally tried to break it down. Look, Dad and Papa and Nina are no longer married. But you know, Papa is still very good friends with Nina. We still travel together, as you know. And I said, so I'm your grandfather. You're my grandfather? That word had never been used in association with me. That's why I don't like it. I said, yeah. You're my grandfather. I said, yeah. Well, Papa doesn't have any bigger sound than telephone, you know. So you're sort of denying the kid the knowledge he needs to make generational kind of, you know, recognitions. I said, I'm your grandfather. So I came down the next morning. We were down in Florida at the time. There was about 20 people sitting around the table having, you know, bacon, eggs, and spritzers, or what have you. And he walked by me because it all empties right into the deck we were on. He says, good morning, grandfather. I said, well, good morning, grandson. It's been that way ever since for 3 years. And everybody says, he calls you grandfather? Not always. But I launch into that long story, sorry.
Brooks, anything you'd like to share about your treatment plan and anything you'd like to share about your treatment plan and what you're looking to do here as far as getting yourself ready?
Standard plan. I don't know what more I can say about it. I'll leave the experiments for the other guy. I want to try to have success that others have had enjoyed success. When it comes to my health, I'm not real adventurous. I don't want to go to Mexico or have some guy, you know, perform leech-saving devices on me. You know, I'll just take the great road.
Is it chemo, radiation?
Yeah.
All right, guys.